in Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig.
What the And welcome back to Mom's Garage Podcast. As usual, I'm Ethan, and with me we have
Greg.
Jordo. Mitch.
And let's get right into it, guys.
So today we're going to start a new segment called Fucked Up Fact. Fact number 1 was told to me by Gregory. Do you want to elaborate on it?
What was the fact again?
That Great Pyramid,
yeah.
Great Pyramids were older to Cleopatra than Cleopatra is to us now.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We'll leave it to Greg to elaborate.
All right. So Cleopatra, I don't know exactly when she reigned. Real quick, I do apologize. Maybe go into a different fact until I get it up.
We'll go on
Very
to
prepared.
this one.
I'm sorry.
That's all good.
I didn't know that was
It's
going
just-
to make it to the...
It's just a random fact.
Yeah.
It's ants never sleep, but they also don't have lungs.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So how do they... Wait, no, I feel like I've read about this somewhere before. They don't breathe, but they absorb shit, don't they? Yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's pretty crazy.
It's kind of like photosynthesis, how they like kind of breathe, isn't it?
They get it, yeah, kind of. They get it through their abdominal in between each section. Do you know how insects have different sections?
Yeah.
They have like
Yeah.
they breathe through that kind of thing.
Like the thorax and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like his ass.
Basically.
Man's breathes through his ass.
Rip ant. Bruh. Imagine the queen, bro. Oof. That's interesting. I mean, makes sense though.
It does, yeah. I read a weird thing, but I'm not sure if it's true. That cows, they like sleep standing up, but they don't dream unless they're laying down.
So cows dream though. That's interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, how do we know that?
Oh, it'd be brain activity.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But that means that they would have been scanning them, and then whenever they were standing up, they're like, "There's no brain activity."
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, like, they didn't go into their deep sleep.
Maybe it's because when they stand up, this is just purely speculation.
Yeah, me
but when they're asleep standing up, the brain doesn't allow them to dream, so that they're always alert in case they hear something like a predator or something.
Yeah.
So then if they're laying down, that means they're secure, so they can dream.
Yeah, they feel safe.
In that case, when they're testing for the brain activity, it'd be different types depending on when they're standing to laying down. Because like you said, when they're standing, they're alert to predators and keeping themselves balanced. When they're laying down, they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So it'd be different kinds of brain activity to be able to determine whether they're dreaming or not.
Yeah.
That's true. Do you have the Great Pyramids fact up?
No, all it...
Jesus
honestly,
Christ.
all
The
it
fuck,
says- All it says
Greg,
here is...
You have Google in your hands.
Look, mate. All it
Fake
says here
news.
is the Great Pyramids were older to Cleopatra than Cleopatra is to us, and that's all it says. And it just has a picture.
What, like,
I assume.
I
it's
guess
Cleopatra.
that is pretty crazy. So does that mean to us they're
So
the
I'd
same oldness
So
as they were to Cleopatra, or add how long Cleopatra's been dead?
I think what it's trying to say is, by the time Cleopatra was born, it was so long ago, right?
Yeah.
And then
When
like,
was Cleopatra
present-
born?
61 BCE, and the Great Pyramids were built in
How long?
2560 BCE.
How long ago was that?
Oh, fuck.
So that'll be 20.
Because I don't understand. It's
2019.
like BC and then AD and then
So yeah, it'll be BC till
and then 2000.
then AD. We're in AD currently at the moment.
Are we?
So, yeah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
2019.
Minus
Fucking-
61.
Come on, Nurse Newman.
Look, I'm a nurse. I'm not a fucking
Bruh.
mathematician, bro. Alright.
I'm still wrapping
Exactly.
my head around
It's
the
pretty
sentence,
crazy.
bro.
So it was,
Well, yeah,
So
it's worded the
Cleopatra-
weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I know.
think.
Cleopatra was born 20,000. So
To fact check these later.
20,800
pretty well.
years. So then,
someone who knows much more.
so you're
than
saying
me.
it was the same for her, that the pyramids were built 21,800 years
So by the
before her.
time,
Greg, you're overcomplicating it. Basically, what he's saying is
yeah.
from when the pyramids were built, that space of time from when they were built until Cleopatra was born, that space of time is longer than from when Cleopatra died to us existing now.
Oh.
There
Those
you go.
two separate segments of time
Mm.
is longer in the past than it is to Cleopatra to us, which seems like an extremely long time ago.
Look,
So the
man.
pyramids are really fucking old.
Basically, they're
Yeah.
like the oldest fucking structures ever. I
Are
guess.
they?
Something like
One
that.
of them, bro.
Jamie, can
One
you
of
look
them,
that
yeah.
up?
Man-made.
That'd have
So,
to
yeah.
be.
Man-made structure, yeah, good point.
That'd have to be one of the oldest man-made structures.
Look, man.
Oh, for
when
sure.
When I found it, I had a 15-minute break from TAFE. So I was like, why not? I'll quickly try to find something. I was like, cool,
Yeah.
that's
Good shit.
that's all I could find. That's like, okay,
There's
cool.
some crazy different temples that like date back older, but for the most part, it's either temples or pyramids.
It'd be
that are
either the
oldest.
Egyptians or the Mayans. I'd
Yeah,
say would be
well-
one of the oldest. or
Yeah,
whatever,
because
back in the day. So
well, there are temples, the temples of Melta, that are older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids,
Right.
Wow.
which is pretty crazy. Fact number 3.
there you go.
Conti-
Hopefully, it'll be a better fact.
Continue,
than my
Randy.
shitty one.
Well, I don't know if it's better, but it's definitely different. Dolphins gang rape
Oh, nice.
each other. Like, yeah, male dolphins go in groups to gang rape other dolphins.
That's fucked because
I
they
mean-
enjoy sex too. Are you
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
Pretty
like
much
they.
just like us.
Yeah, that's whack. Oh no,
Jesus Christ.
bruh. It's a dolphin. It's okay. Dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun
Little
dun
did
dun
They're
dun
friendly.
dun dun.
Little do they know that the dolphin is trying to fuck them.
Oh, but the thing is, though, is that, like, intercourse between dolphins is like that. It's like a second, if
One
that.
pump wonder.
Yeah, legit, it's as quick as that.
So they line up and just go. Dun,
Basically,
dun,
the
dun,
female just
dun.
floats there, and the male just goes underneath, just bam, and that's it. It's all over and done with.
That's weaponized.
But they do it for fun.
I have more in common than dolphins than I thought.
Oh no, bro.
The
Fuck.
truth.
Too real.
That brings us to fucked up fact number 4.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Fucked up fact number 4 is pretty fucked up. Have you guys seen The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
The dinosaur? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You
Remember,
can... Yeah.
Ducky?
Oh no.
She was murdered by her father.
Mm.
Her father, when she was 10, her
Yeah.
father murdered her and her
Oh
mum.
yeah, that's a
and then
voice actor.
committed-
Yeah.
And
And
then
killed
committed
himself.
Suicide.
Oh.
That little 10-year-old girl, man. Like, she would have been successful, like, voice acting throughout. She was in Jaws Revenge, did you know that?
Wait, really?
Was she the
Yeah.
little girl
She
in?
was the little girl in that.
Holy.
Aww.
Yeah. But what
That's
is even
sad.
the Land Before Time movie, that was recorded, like, just before her death. And so,
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was
she,
like a really short amount of time. Like, I'm talking like a few days, if that.
yeah, she was dead by the time the movie came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the
What?
fuck?
It was like just after they finished recording everything they needed voice acting wise.
Jeez.
Well, yeah,
what?
that poor little girl, man.
I already got upset about this once, bro. I don't want to get upset again.
I know, I remember when I
Alright,
first found out about it. I was
Oh.
like,
Because I can hear it, and I used to love that movie.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
hear it in my
Yeah.
head, and I'm like,
she would have only been 30.
30. Holy.
Because she's exactly 10 years older than. Well, we were born in 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born in 88.
Holy
She
shit.
would have
Jesus.
only been 30.
So she'll be turning like 31 this year.
I salute her with the biggest yup I can give her,
Yep, yep, yep.
honestly.
I got another. I don't know if it's funny. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig.
What the fuck?
It is because guinea pigs are social animals and they are considered victims of abuse if they are alone.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
go.
well.
You know Switzerland legalized heroin?
fucking
Are you
what?
serious?
Yeah.
For real.
They
Go
legal-
Switzerland,
I was
weapon.
watching Joe Rogan's podcast the other week, and there was a guy on it talking about like the opioid crisis and how many people are using opioids and how many deaths it caused in
Mm.
America. And it was the same but worse in Switzerland until they made heroin legal.
Cause
Oh,
cause they can
shit.
control it, and
Mm.
But like people still can't sell it,
well,
but
Yeah,
they
but you
can
can
go,
go to a
to
place.
health care centers
And
and
then just.
get injected like before
Oh,
work,
shit.
after work, as much as they want, but they can and like however many meals they want, as long as the meal isn't like fatal,
Mm.
which is pretty crazy.
I feel like that's probably the best play because it'll easily eliminate like 50% because it's like the real thing and people buy shit that has
Yeah.
other shit in it,
That's
and that's
exact-
what gets them.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
right. Like that's what they were talking about, and like you basically get heroin when you're in the hospital and in deep pain, like but it's the purest form, and
Mm.
that's why you don't get addicted because you get actually addicted more so to like all
To the other
shit
shit that's in it,
chemicals,
yeah.
I feel like that's the best play, like
Yeah.
doing that.
But it's like it's hard to tell if it would work before Switzerland did it because that's what they tried to do with their nicotine patches.
Mm.
Because
Mhm.
nicotine patches are just full nicotine without all the other bad chemicals that's
Yeah.
in tobacco.
Oh right, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
that didn't work. Only like 14% of people stopped smoking once nicotine patches came out, kind of thing.
Uh,
Um, But in Switzerland, it did so good because even prostitution went down and a bunch of like little crimes went down. So it helped like all throughout. Whether that was for the heroin, like it's hard to tie one and one, but it kind of makes sense that it would help that.
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be less drug dealers out on the street, especially if you can just go down the road and fucking inject yourself.
And it's safe.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's the
safe,
main
that's
thing.
the main thing. Like they're using fresh, safe needles, clean needles.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if you get addicted, then that's on you. I feel like it's even worse for people that do get addicted because
Yeah, they also help you like understand why you're addicted, and help you like
And like if you
cut
go,
yourself off kind of thing.
yeah, and if you go over a point, then they'll be like, all right, you need to rehabilitate, bro.
Yeah.
We can't give you any more until you go through rehabilitation, probably, or something like that.
yeah.
It's so much cheaper than like giving out free like heroin than like people losing all their money, spending all their money on this like harmful chemical that we know as street heroin.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, in like thinking of it in a capitalist sense, it would work well. So just adding it in the list of things that you can buy, it would give people that are addicted incentive to work, because then they can just come home after work and just inject.
Yeah, well that's what they said. Like some people would inject on their way to work
Yeah.
and then
Holy
on their way home kind of thing.
Well, I mean, people smoke up before work.
Yeah,
and, I
exactly.
mean, it's just drugs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fact number 6, I guess? 7?
After that little tangent, I
guess,
guess.
yeah.
Fact number 6.
This one was brought up by Ethan earlier. Japan didn't ban child porn until
Yeah.
1980s. So
Oof.
8 years after Ducky died.
Oh, fuck!
Alright, can we just
Yikes,
leave
dude.
that, bro?
Whoa.
So, like, just
Yeah, I know.
so people don't know.
No, she was born in 88. No, it was before she was
I mean 8 years after.
Mm.
Did they say before?
No,
You said
they
8 years
banned it
after.
8 years before she
Oh,
was
yeah,
killed.
so-
Yeah.
Oh no, before she was born.
Yeah.
Not killed.
That's
sorry.
alright, we'll edit this in post.
Never mind.
Well, yeah,
kidding.
But yeah, the 1980s. Far
I
out.
mean,
That's a
that's-
long time to have
Yeah.
that sort of pornography legalized in a country.
That's why there's a whole heap of lollies. Whole heap of
Can you
lollicons.
explain what lollies are to the listeners, please, Craig?
Not really, that's... I don't know the definite
Oh,
definition.
I might have been wrong.
Oh, oh.
It's about being the...
Sorry, this is not
No,
true
no, it
fact.
might be worse.
Oh my
1999.
They're still legal.
No, dude, I'm reading articles from 2014 that are saying after years of like international pressure to tighten loose laws,
On Time
It's-
Magazine.
yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Japan, what are you doing?
Yeah. Freaking logo, bro. Yeah, 1999, year after we were born.
Wow, that's even worse.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so there you go, guys.
There you go, 1999.
If you didn't have a weird opinion of Japan before,
There you
You
go.
do
There's
now.
another reason, I guess.
Do you have any other weird Japan facts, Ethan? So you're probably, out of all of us, the one that knows the most about Japan.
I think
Starting it now.
I read somewhere that there's a program that you can go into to go and basically make children with people in Japan, because Japan has an incredibly bad declining birth rate.
Really?
A lot of people over in
really?
Japan just don't bother.
Yeah, I think, isn't it because they focus more on their career and making money?
There's lots of stuff that's being developed now that negates the need to be with someone. There's numerous cases of Japanese
Sex
men
dolls and stuff like
marrying sex dolls or
Yeah.
marrying their little
Yeah.
thing
that.
on the
Alexa
phone.
Ecos.
I saw a
Stuff
video.
like
Anime waifus.
I saw this video, dude, of this thing where there's this like little idol anime
Yeah,
girl
it's,
that's
Oh,
in
no.
your house,
Yeah.
and when you come home,
Welcome home.
yeah, and you can put her on a phone and take her with you. So
And doesn't she sing like lullabies and stuff too? And she's like,
when you go to
"Good night."
bed, yeah,
I'm like, what?
yeah.
Pretty much from that,
That's whack.
It's it's what is it? Blade Runner,
Yeah.
2049, basically. Oh
I mean,
no.
that's a lot cheaper than having a girlfriend. But it's a lot sad.
Everyone's just like, oh, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, why? But you know,
I mean, it is a lot sadder though.
Mm.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense though. Like Japan's like developing like technology like that negates the need to be with another human being when you can just have an electronic one that you have full control of.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about like other people's personalities clashing with yours because you basically mold it to how you want it.
Yeah. You pretty much design your perfect girl.
You basically
Really?
you're designing the perfect one that is compatible with you.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
I was
it's
having-
compatible with your personality and your everything, basically.
I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and it was like, is using a sex doll classified as cheating?
No. I would say no.
Yeah, I would say no as well. Like it's a touchy subject because like
Look,
I think just because it has a human form, it's like that weird. But there's no.
I mean, it's kind of like saying is masturbation cheating because
But some
you're a
girls,
human form.
some girls think that watching porn is cheating.
look. At the end of the day, if you remove what like the sex doll is, the sex doll, you're putting a dick in plastic, chief. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a brain. It doesn't think.
It's not like
it-
it's gonna
yeah,
love you back.
that's
Like,
exactly.
It's just
That's
there.
exactly what I said.
Might
like,
have an
It's an
open
object.
mouth
Is it
thing.
dildo
Yeah.
cheating? Is using a flashlight cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it brings up like there's a like what the biggest question is if you're in a committed relationship with someone and you're using those items, what's the reason for you not having your sexual
point.
interactions with your partner, and why does it have to be with these inanimate objects?
That is a good
What's
point.
the
That's
reason
true.
for it? Because if there's a valid reason, as in the person's got health problems, blah
Yeah.
blah blah, whatever the
They
reason
shit
may
at
be.
sex.
If there's a legitimate reason, then no, of course not. If there's literally no reason and the partner has no idea that you're even doing that, then yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
probably
think-
not safe.
I think it's pretty gross
I
if you're doing it in secret.
I think it's a whole other problem that really doesn't involve the sex doll. If you're off having sex with a sex doll and you're in a committed relationship, then there's a whole other reason as to why you're not doing that.
Yeah,
That's
Unless
their
there's a
problem.
Solid reason, like you're so in love with your girlfriend, but she's disabled or something like that. Like, no,
well-
it's a fact.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's
it's a
true.
thing,
Yeah, yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not being harsh.
Because
Just
I'm
unexpected.
horrible.
It's
Just
not a
sad.
common situation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's weird. But like, if your partner was unable to please you in a sexual way, like I'm sure there's situations like that where
I'm sure there are many.
where they have to use other resources that like you're so in love with this person but they can't satisfy you in that way. Like, is this okay? Is this a like better chance? Or it's the same thing as like if someone has anxiety and like has trouble going out and talking to girls, or I don't know, works too much and stuff like that, like, or just aren't interested.
Yeah.
Like the sex doll's there, just
Doesn't talk back, doesn't say no.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then in the future it's gonna be like, oh, give me money.
Like, it's better than cheating. Like, it's a
Yeah.
whole different like
Oh yeah,
it's just a relationship problem.
There's
Really.
way too many questions and variables that can weigh into the
Yeah,
fact
that's
whether or
true.
not it's considered good or bad or
Leave it to the
morally,
listeners.
immorally.
What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon having sex with a sex doll is cheating or not?
yeah.
Leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments below.
All right, so we're gonna move on to another new segment.
Down,
Alright.
down.
We got news time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's get right.
Damn. All right. So
Bruh,
the first
bruh.
one Ethan knows the most about, which is monetizing on YouTube.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yes.
how it's basically diminishing nowadays.
Yep.
Um,
So YouTube has implemented this fantastic, revolutionary new system that basically fucks your video if someone decides to put profanity on it. You will not earn money from bad comments. Very naughty.
So basically, you'll get demonetized on your video if one of your viewers comments something that YouTube considers inappropriate.
Yep.
Essentially.
So with regard to the action that we've taken, even if your video is suitable for advertisers, inappropriate comments could result in your video receiving limited or no ads.
Wow.
Let us know if you have any questions. Direct quote from YouTube.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, let us know, bro. I'm
So-
like,
It's basically saying that like, even if people leave like gross comments, and people you have nothing to do with leave these comments in your like underneath your video, there's a possibility you'll get demonetized.
So basically, yeah, you could be out here making videos and you have that one guy that's just out here ripping on you, making vulgar comments. He's not in your fan base, nothing to do with the content creator, but he will be the pure reason that you do not receive any ad revenue from your videos.
This is all to try and bring back advertisers, like, but it's such a unfriendly user way to do it. Like, they're basically clearing the shit, which is what is turning off advertisers, but in the process it could potentially destroy like thousands of channels.
And jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they need to figure out a better way to do it, not with just straight up demonetizing the video. They have to find a way to either block the accounts, delete the accounts, deactivate the accounts that are leaving these comments, or the channels that are making these vulgar videos.
Yeah. I don't know why they just don't come up with an algorithm that goes through comments and looks for keywords
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
and like deletes them, but not
like,
demonetize the fucking video.
But they're
Because I
doing
mean, it's not like
yeah.
it's the creator's fault
Yeah.
for all the comments.
Yeah, not at all. But I think it is 100% they're trying to get heaps of their advertisers back. Like, recently Disney, Nestle, Epic Games, like AT&T, the phone provider, have all stopped their ads on YouTube. Recently it's been because of there's been child exploitation videos and stuff like that, and they think that YouTube hasn't been taking like the right steps into getting rid of them and like banning the people that make these videos. Like, there's a few family YouTube channels out there where they're kind of like, if their kid, I read an example, if their kid was like, they made a gymnastic video with their like 5-year-old son.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, he was like just doing gymnastics. The video got demonetized because it wasn't suitable for viewers, but it was all because of one YouTube channel reposted the link somewhere and like under a like pedophile page kind of thing.
Wow.
Unreal. Jeez.
I think it's just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
these big companies, like even Twitter now, are all under fire. But I think they're just making big, dramatic, wrong steps into the like somewhat right direction. But
Look, at the end of the day, trolls won, because this is going to help no one except trolls. Imagine, think about it from a commenter's perspective and how many videos you could murk by just leaving shitty comments.
yeah, but how many like? It's so harsh because so many people make their living off of these videos.
I mean,
like,
rip PewDiePie.
yeah,
You'll just have to
PewDiePie-
You'll just probably have to disable comments like you did back that one time,
Yeah.
I remember that.
which is sad. It's
Yeah.
really sad. It's just YouTube's losing the U in tube. Like,
Yeah.
the more
It's 100%.
updates they do, it's more to what is the word I'm looking for? Like, please all of the advertisers that are still leaving their website.
Yeah. And like, there's still so many users on YouTube, so obviously like it won't affect the amount of users dramatically, but it will just affect the creators and like what they can produce and the quality of what they can produce.
Yeah, it's just nothing's been the same
This is-
since the adpocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Yeah, like all you got to do is go watch Cold Ones. Shout out to that podcast, and you just go watch like in the middle of the podcast. Poor drunk Max literally just has like a moment where he's like, YouTube's fucked. Like, he just looks at him and he's not even being funny. He's just like, it's fucked.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
like,
don't
to
bother.
realization.
Yeah, he's like, do you remember George?
Yeah.
He's like, he left at the perfect time. He's like, if you tried to do something like Filthy Frank now, there's no way.
Yeah, he left on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He left. It's funny. He left just as it went to shit, if you think about it.
Yeah,
You saw it all coming, I reckon.
I don't think that. I
No,
think it's
no,
just
no,
his
no.
music career.
It was
perfect timing.
It was medical, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah. He went to initially stop being Filthy Frank in the middle of when all that shit, because of like it actually was affecting his throat, and he had something like seizures where he'd pass out or something, and
Oh yeah, just
And-
from trying to do the voice that album.
I don't know if it was from the voice, maybe, but I don't know if it was. It was just a general condition.
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought it was mainly because he was like his music career was picking up.
Yeah,
That
I think.
too.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he just decided that he was done. Like,
Yeah.
and that was time to pursue music.
Yeah.
You could feel it when you were watching him back then, because he would make music videos a lot more than like random skits at times,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they were bangers too.
They were.
Oh yeah.
We really enjoyed them.
Proper production.
But another crazy news article. This 11-meter white whale was found in the jungle. I know you guys have
Yes.
already seen this. It's pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah.
It's pretty far from the sea.
So is there anything on how
it's
it
in
ended
the
up there?
bloody jungle.
Scientists speculate that rough winds and waves must have literally catapulted it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Shit.
Yeah,
Catapulted a whale.
into the jungle. Oh, well, like just tossed it from a
Yeah.
hectic wave.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like imagine how strong those waves were to be able to do that. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's crazy.
It
A
definitely would've
humpback
had-
whale in the Amazon jungle as well. Holy
In the
shit.
middle.
A fucking humpback.
Yeah, bro. It was only a calf too. What do you
15
found
meters
that
from the ocean. So it tossed it 15 meters from the ocean.
They're still
on the
working
Brazilian
out, like,
island of Marajo. Holy shit.
yeah, they're still figuring out how it got, like, it ended up there.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's not much here,
Damn, it's
unfortunately.
huge.
That's cool. As I hope to see the article where they figure out how it died.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
Yeah.
it's starting to decompose. So, like, it's hard to
Already?
tell. Yeah.
Must have been there for a while then.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, it's in the middle of what, 500 meters away from the sea in the Amazon jungle.
Mm.
Who's really cruising around the Amazon jungle?
Yeah,
I mean,
no one.
Not many people
Fuck that.
nowadays.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Just a quick one as well. A lot of formerly extinct animals have been popping up that were initially thought like extinct.
Yeah.
And one of them was a giant bee.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
How huge was it?
Giant bee.
I can't
I
remember.
think it was like 4 times the size of a regular bee.
so that's the bee. Like on the diagram scale, it had that's the bee. That was the
Yeah.
and it was
Oh,
they only
boy.
found one. It makes its home in ants' nests or something. It just goes in there and then that's its nest or something because it's just that
Shit.
big. Like,
Yeah.
Holy crap.
but they only found one, so they don't know if
basically
it's out there
the
like
size
more.
of like
Mm.
an iPhone X.
Yeah, it's
Holy
massive, dude.
fuck
Yeah.
that. Imagine getting stung by that.
Wonder
Not
how they
sure.
caught it.
I'm not sure. It didn't say anything about a stinger, and it looked
It looked
fairly
like it still had a
passive.
stinger.
the guy. Yeah, I watched the
Was it
video
a
of the guy.
tube?
Yeah, didn't look too stressed.
Nah.
So bees never really do.
No.
Yeah, it's
The only time they have a stinger is if you attack them and
I
fucking...
only ever got stung once, and it was my fault. And I was like,
Mm.
I was little.
Well, I've been stung twice. Well, like more than twice. But
Mm.
once I got stung and I was running inside to like take it out and like put some ice on it. And
Mm.
while running inside, I got stung by another one.
Bruh. Oh.
That's
yeah.
like that was 100% just bad luck.
Yeah.
But I was like,
I mean,
ripper.
If you're next to a bee's nest
This
and you
was at
attack one...
Tyson's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh damn.
But yeah, so it was
Mm.
like a while ago. Like I was
Yeah.
pretty young.
I mean,
Do you want to know something cool though?
General
Quickly,
level.
quick note. He works at Dreamworld.
Really?
Yeah, so
I
I keep
think
seeing
you
him.
told me, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I remember seeing it either recently went extinct or it just like got. What's the word where it like becomes like not extinct anymore?
Just rediscovered, really.
Yeah, yeah.
alive.
I remembered what the other one was.
Oh.
The other species. Giant tortoise.
Giant
Oh,
tortoise.
shit.
Really a lot more sad. It's a lot bigger than the other walking tortoises, like very giant. It was believed extinct for the longest time, but they found it inland, and they believe it to actually be the last one. So it's gonna
That's
become
so
extinct
sad.
again, and yeah,
Rip.
it's really
But
sad. But
Can it be found?
Giant tortoise.
Can it breed with other?
Has first sighting in 100 years.
Galapagos.
Galapagos tortoise. There you go. Let's have a look here.
Yeah.
Soon when it loads.
It's a female too, so that's a bit
Oh.
rough.
Imagine if it's pregnant though. How crazy would that be? I don't think they would have known by now. But
I don't know if they measured. No, I'm just trying to think how old it is. Like if they figured out how old it is yet. or if they just found it.
I'll skim through.
I think it was,
So, species of tortoise
4
were
days
last seen
ago it
alive
was
in
found.
1906.
1906 was the last time it was seen.
The tortoise was in good health but underweight. I believe she's about 100 years old. According to she's about half to 2/3 the size. So it's
Of the only other.
the only other
How would they tell the
Fernandina
difference?
giant tortoise that's ever been found. A deceased male discovered 113 years ago.
But if it's, what did you say? It was half the size of.
2/3.
About half to 2/3 the size.
So does that mean like, couldn't it just be a regular tortoise? How big?
It's
Still
it's
big.
more.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
the other
still
one was
bigger.
even bigger.
It's bigger.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's bigger. About half to
Real life
2/3 the
Gamera
size of
people?
another
Yeah, they
Ferdinand
basically just.
tortoise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they found another tortoise
Fernandina
ages ago,
giant
and it was
tortoise-
huge,
tortoise.
and this one's slightly smaller
Yeah.
than the other one they found, like 100.
Incredible
years ago.
discovery,
It's
to be
bigger.
honest.
Jeez.
That's crazy. They literally just look like green, huge rocks.
Mm.
Pretty well.
They roam around.
Snapping turtles scare the shit out of me.
That reminds you of that video. Has anyone seen that
Yeah.
video of that guy that comes across those one of those giant tortoises that there was these two giant tortoises mating, and the guy walks past them and it got pissed and it started to like roam after him,
Oh,
like
shit.
run after him, but the entire time it's just the video going, "Oh shit, dude, what you doing?" And he's like coming after him, like he's just sort of.
Yeah.
He follows him so far, almost to like a few blocks, and then he gives up and kind of walks away.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was like chasing him out of his territory.
Yeah,
he's
but
just
it's
he's like,
just-
get out.
Still going so slow.
I was like, dude, imagine if it caught up to you, you get fucked up.
That's
like
Franklin's
that.
dad, bro.
Yeah.
Franklin. Oh,
Jesus
God.
we
Christ.
witnessed the making of Franklin, to be honest.
True.
Jeez.
Yeah, so the third news article, I think it's a pretty old article, but it's about the boy that makes the nuclear reactor in his
Yeah.
in his room.
Bro
Was
moment.
it you, Jordan, that knew the most about it? Did you?
Yeah, I saw a thing about it. Yeah, and it just said that this kid made some form of nuclear item in his house.
Yeah, his nickname is Nuclear Boy Scout.
Nuclear Boy Scout.
He's gone
Unreal.
places.
Oh, yeah,
Jeez.
making a nuclear reactor in your
He
fucking
made it
room.
after reading like a book, basically. And he's like, oh, I can do that.
Bro.
Yeah,
no.
read a book. And went, yeah, let's make a
I'd
nuclear
hire
reactor.
that. If I was in
Why
some
not?
science industry, I'd hire that kid like that.
Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
yeah.
If man can read a book and make a nuclear reactor in his bedroom
At 14.
at 14,
That's crazy.
let's get him in.
Jesus.
You're hired.
Bring
I
him
wonder what
in.
I was doing
Imagine
at
that.
14.
Just go into your interview. I made a nuclear reactor when I was 14. They're just like, what? Excuse me? What'd you say to me?
I'm reading this, it's a bit different, but I'm reading, it's like a Wikipedia page, so I don't know how reliable it is. But this
Very.
guy, David Hand, he built a nuclear reactor in his mom's backyard when he was 17. This was back in, like, it would have been 1998 when he made it as well.
Holy shit.
Damn.
And he was only 17.
Bro, oof.
And he was the one that actually made it. He's from Michigan. He was the one that actually made it, like, after reading a book.
Bro.
But I was reading, after the scandal, like, he became super depressed. And
Aw.
he broke up with his girlfriend. And then, like, recently after, his mom committed suicide.
What the fuck?
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's
Like-
a turn of events.
What a crazy, like, it's just crazy, like, how things went up and all the way back down.
Well, that's what you get for building a nuclear reactor, I guess.
No, but
Moral of the story:
I don't
kids,
think
stop
it
reading
deserves
books
that.
about nuclear reactors.
Bro, don't DIY your own nuclear reactor, kids.
Your life will go to hell after that.
Bro.
I got a news article that I just found on 9 News. Shout out to them. Mother of a baby who was washed up on Gold Coast Beach described her as evil in diary.
what?
Yes.
Wait,
so
wait.
the
What?
mother of a baby girl whose body washed up on a Gold Coast beach after drowning in the Tweed River has briefly faced court. The woman, who cannot be identified, is charged with failing to provide her daughter with the necessities of life. I'll go down a bit.
Fair charge.
Yep. The 23-year-old has been in a mental health facility since she was granted bail in December and has a history of mental illness, court documents reveal. The documents refer to diary entries made by the mother where she wrote that her daughter was evil and an abomination.
Oh.
The mother of
How
two.
old was the daughter, sorry?
She was just a babe. She's
Oh,
just a
I remember. I
baby.
remember hearing about this when it first happened. Yeah,
this
the
happened a
child
little
was
while
like,
ago.
yeah, like really young.
Yeah.
Like maybe a year at the most.
Damn.
But yeah, no, she just like, yeah, because the question at first was, how the hell did this kid get from Tweed to Surfers Paradise on the main beach of Surfers Paradise, and a bunch of teenagers found them, found the baby.
Oh, so that was
Yeah.
connected
That-
to that
yeah.
story.
It's
Okay.
the same story. Yes, this is a
Oh.
follow-up.
And at the end here, it says the baby's father, a homeless 47-year-old, who was charged on November 22nd with murdering his daughter. His matter is also expected to be mentioned in Tweed Court on Monday. It was alleged the infant was thrown into the water at Tweed Heads in New South Wales, where she drowned before her body drifted north for about 30 kilometres.
Unreal.
Yeah,
23-year-old with a 47-year-old homeless guy.
he must have been rocking that.
I kind of
huge-
think that for me personally,
Man was packing.
for me personally, I can see the whole diary aspect a bit. Like I can understand it a bit more, unless she did it on purpose. But like I don't know.
Yeah, if she's out here claiming her child was evil, it's just like, was it
that's-
intentional for them to like dispose of this child?
I want to
Yeah.
know if the intercourse with the 47-year-old was intentional. To be honest, because it might
Probably
help
wasn't,
explain
'cause,
what
like-
the diary means by that. You know what I mean?
Oh, like evil as in like it shouldn't have existed because
Right,
it was,
yeah.
yeah, she was raped.
Rape victims, yeah, with kids, you know how they demonize the child because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, she doesn't want
Because they're the human form of that act,
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I guess, from their perspective anyway.
Oh well, like you know, it's gonna she'll remember every time she sees him.
Looks at the kid.
It's a reminder, really. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate for the child, but it's
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say their name, but I have a good friend, and he, his mum was raped, and that's how he's born. I'm obviously not gonna say his name, but his mum loves him more than anything. So it's I think it's more the parents'
yeah, of course, yeah.
stance on it and what they think of their child after it's born, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it. I guess it could be the rape. If the rape was super violent and things like that, and you're just super depressed. But at that point, wouldn't you just abort?
Yeah.
That's always a viable option.
But you
Yeah.
know, some people can't just abort.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
that's a whole nother tricky situation.
But if you have this mental state where you think your daughter's evil,
I mean, if you have that mental state, then
Yeah,
then
pretty
it's just
crazy.
the baby's already doomed. Like
Yeah.
she should have been in a home. Like she should have been getting help originally.
yeah,
That just brings up the question again: where are the parents? Where's the help?
yeah. That's
How
true.
did she get away with throwing the baby into the river?
True.
How did she get away with having sex
Do
with a
we know-
47-year-old homeless man?
How old was years or a few months?
It was only a few months old, I think, because
Yeah.
they also have another child that was 2 years old.
What?
Huh?
He remains in foster care.
Thanks.
So
God.
she did it again with him.
And then this foster
No.
care 2-year-old.
I don't know.
is the
it,
girl
it
from
doesn't
last
say
week.
much. Like, if I go back real quick.
Jesus Christ.
There's too many variables. I'm
What a
trying
conundrum.
to figure out a story here, but
But
I think
bringing
that's
it back
what the
around,
cops are
that
trying to do.
2-year-old kid is actually that 10-year-old girl from last week's
Fuck
story.
up, dude.
Imagine
What?
that,
it's all
No more,
connected.
no
in
more.
foster care.
No more.
She needs to be in a home. That's it.
I remember how
People are
Drew-
crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Some
yeah, she's
people
she's
should
in the
definitely
home
be in a
now.
home.
Just home time. It's mental time.
Wake
Yeah,
hole.
she's in
It's
a
doctor
mental
time.
mental institution now.
Good.
Yeah, chuck them in wake hole.
If she's saying shit like that, it's
Corrections.
yeah, it's mental institution
Yeah.
time.
She was for a little while whilst
What?
they were investigating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought she was saying like she was in it before or something. I don't know.
That reminds me of
Yeah, it
a
doesn't
story.
say much. Just the couple's second child, a 2-year-old boy, remains in foster care.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen it, but
That's it.
oh, Ethan, I think you've seen it. The Joe Rogan's Triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin the joke, but it reminds me of that when he talks about the girl that was born without a vagina,
Oh
and
yeah.
then she was stabbed, and
Mm.
there was semen on the knife, and then the semen touched her egg, and
Holy
she
shit.
survived the stabbing, and then she became pregnant.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and she gave birth, and they just sliced
C-section.
her open, C-section,
Holy
baby
fuck.
popped out, baby completely normal.
A miracle. I'd call that a miracle.
What the fuck?
Genuine miracle.
Why don't you bring this
Jesus
up in the
Christ.
How
fucked
crazy
up
is this?
facts?
I didn't think of it,
Segment.
and I didn't want to ruin his joke.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, no, I won't.
That's pretty crazy, though.
That is crazy. Like from being stabbed.
Imagine being that.
Wait, why was there semen on the knife, Chief?
I think it was like a sexual. like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she. I don't know, man.
Spice things up.
I
He's
don't-
like, I'm gonna stab a chick. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That
no.
is a fair fucking point. Like, I don't
What a
know.
sicko, bro. No.
100%.
Bloody hell.
Oh, speaking of semen.
Speaking
Oh,
of
God.
semen,
Oh, God.
jeez.
Oh jeez.
one of my new favorite segments. So these 3-part segments, the first 2 we did, with the fucked up facts and
Yep.
news time, they're constant segments on this podcast now. And a new one
Heck
is
yeah.
viral ass videos. One of my favorites.
Oh,
Shout outs to
Is
Ray.
this the rabbit?
Yes.
The rabbit? Okay.
Speaking of semen.
Oh, yeah, baby.
This rabbit, like, there's. Oh, bro, you have to watch this.
Oh yeah.
Hey, homie.
I seen this.
I know it probably hurts, but we gotta get out the road, G. Get out the road. I know.
So I'm so sad at the start.
It was Devo, bro.
Just know I didn't do it, man.
Man, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I just know I didn't do it.
It's so
Just know I
sad.
didn't do it, G. Man, I'm sorry, homie. Fuck, bro. Dang, you ain't leave your
Rut
home
roll.
side?
My man, he's still
Oh,
gotta,
man,
he's still gotta get some though.
Fuck, that's sad.
Hey, what you doing?
Oh, what you been doing? You humping the niggas? God
God damn. God
I think that's my reaction to that video too.
Yeah.
God damn.
God damn. Oh yeah. So this week we actually finalized getting the video. I know for the past 2 weeks we've said we've got the screen recording fixed, but this episode we will actually have the screen recording, and we'll
yeah.
have it uploaded to YouTube. So if you guys want to watch it on YouTube, watch the
Yeah,
videos
gold.
we're watching as well. You'll be
Boom.
able to
Mm.
hear them better and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So that is top notch. But another special thing that happened over the week.
Mm.
We had Elon Musk host Meme Review.
Hell yeah.
It finally happened.
It finally happened.
The highlight of this podcast.
Meme Review was hosted.
Jesus.
This isn't even that.
This is big, guys. If that wasn't an indicator enough.
But it was pretty amazing. Should we play it all or no?
Just go watch PewDiePie's video with.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. So it's Elon Musk and the creator of Rick and Morty. They both host a show, PewDiePie's show called Meme Review. Very good show.
The title's a bit
Check it out.
misleading. Says Will Smith hosts it, but it's a joke.
Yeah,
So just go check it out, guys.
Classic PewDiePie.
I
antics.
wouldn't me and Mitchell also discussing. Wouldn't doubt if Will Smith in the
I
future
would.
did.
He would do that. He's gonna be on the next.
He's been real into YouTube recently,
Yeah.
though. Like
Yeah,
that
he did
Matrix
the re-
video was
Yeah.
really good.
That was
Did it
really good.
rewind as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, that's hard.
That's hype. But yeah.
I reckon he's doing really good on YouTube actually.
Yeah.
Like after starting, he's one of my favorite celebrities that started YouTube.
Yeah.
Him and Jack Black,
Jack.
Jablinski
Yeah,
Games.
Jablinski Games.
two of my favorite celebrity YouTubers.
Jack Black's just shit.
I
He
haven't
talk
kept too
shit.
much on Jack Black's pub. Didn't it take him like a few weeks to actually upload a gaming video? Wasn't
Yeah,
it just
pretty well.
random shit for like a couple of weeks
Yeah.
and just Jack Black doing Jack
He
Black
went
things?
to-
Yeah, well, I
He
think
just
the
called
first
out
video.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
called out Ninja in the first one, and then
And it was a different
2
one.
weeks of yeah,
Yeah.
and then 2 weeks of like no gaming, and then he finally starts, I think, playing Fortnite, or his son does. He's like, "All right, Ninja," says something about Ninja, calls him out, and then yeah, it's pretty funny.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic
I think
Jack
his
Black.
second video he goes
What was the
to
one?
he-
Any-
In arcade.
yeah the retro arcade,
yeah.
and he goes to show, which was pretty cool actually.
Mm.
Yeah, that was cool. I think one of his first ones, he was just sitting in a chair and he said
Yeah, he had
something
the
real
PewDiePie chair,
random,
Yeah, he had
And
the
then-
oh my god.
He just like ejects the
PewDiePie
chair
chair.
back.
Yeah.
Launches back,
Yeah.
He does the PewDiePie meme.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
and got millions of views. He got like how many subscribers does he have on YouTube now? Do you reckon?
Oh,
I don't know. All I know is as soon as I saw that video, I was subscribed. I was like, hell yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure that was.
subscribed when that was his only video.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Yeah.
What have we got?
What else to say? Like
He
he's just
has
super popular.
Yeah.
3.8 million
Hell yeah.
subscribers, and he only has 10 videos.
And it says subscribe to PewDiePie at the Oscars. As underneath his like stats.
What?
When you search him up. When you search him up, that's what it says.
That's literally.
Can we get Jack Black on meme review?
Hello, it's me, Jack
This is
Black.
my new YouTube.
This is my new YouTube channel. Jumanji.
You would
Oh,
absolutely
dude,
legend.
we could have
Yeah.
Jack
It's in
Black on
Jumanji
meme
too,
review.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
with Danny DeVito. You see the
And The
insane
Rock.
images? Do you know Danny DeVito's in it now?
No.
Yeah,
What?
Danny DeVito's in Jumanji 2.
Gosh.
The Trash Man.
Garbage. When?
Garbage.
Since when?
Pretty bad.
Get in the ring and throw garbage all over the place.
Oh gosh.
Suicide's badass.
The first movie I remember seeing him in is definitely Matilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matilda.
And I think the second one was probably Batman.
Yeah, he played
Where
the
he played the
penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah.
Can never forget that
What Batman
performance.
was that? Was that Batman and Robin?
Was it Batman Returns?
Batman Forever?
I think
No, it was Batman Returns.
Yeah, Batman Returns.
Because
I'm
there's
pretty
the double holy films before the other two garbage films.
sure. Yeah.
Was that the one with?
This
Mr.
number
Freeze?
two, yeah, number two has Penguin, Catwoman. And I think that's it.
Is
Let's
it?
look up.
Which one is Poison Ivy in?
Fourth.
Oh,
Batman,
Batman and
Robin.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I
third
actually
one,
liked that one.
third one is Batman Forever, which I like more than Batman Robin because Jim Carrey's in it
Yeah,
As the
Riddler.
Yeah.
and Tommy Lee Jones. as Two-Face.
Yeah.
Actually, after this, I'll have to show you. I actually have two of the collectible cups from Batman Forever that were sold at McDonald's during
Yeah.
the time of those films.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead set. Mum gave them to me.
Oh my lord, bro!
That is one of my favorite photos of Danny DeVito.
What is that?
I have no idea.
Jeff Goldblum and Danny DeVito.
The fuck?
Team
Oh,
for
is he-
Amazon comedy series.
What?
Is that a thing?
What?
Oh my
Apparently.
lord.
I'm pretty sure he's playing like some form of psychic there.
My God,
Really?
Jeff!
Yeah.
I need to go watch it
Doing
immediately.
some comedy.
That
Hell
would be
yeah.
insane.
Unreal maneuvers right here, lads.
Fat
Yeah,
nuts.
Christopher Walken's in Batman Returns as well.
Question mark? Who does he
He-
play?
Max Shrek. I don't know who the fuck that is,
He
but
plays Shrek. Hype.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Wow.
Oh,
Michelle
wow.
Pfeiffer.
Oh, Michelle
Christopher
Pfeiffer's in it.
Walken.
Yeah,
Walk
she's
through-
Selena Colbert. She plays Catwoman.
Do 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 do. Iconic. Like
Wait,
that's
who?
a Michelle Pfeiffer
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
plays Catwoman in that. I actually forgot.
Notch.
Alright.
Yeah.
Another
Although
one of my
her
favorite
origin story
Danny
is a bit
DeVito
weird.
photos is him walking his dog.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Wouldn't mind a fat rewatch of Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking of that when we were talking about. I'm like,
Batman Returns, right? I haven't seen that in years.
bad idea, my
Like a
boy.
Michael Keaton, bro.
Look at this
Michael
dude.
Keaton.
Literally
Look at this
walking his
dude.
dog.
This dog's wearing a dress.
I'm the dog man.
I like to walk my dog in New York.
I just go for strolls all over the place.
Come here, Stacy. I don't know what his dog's name is, but apparently it's Stacy.
And when the dog
yeah.
takes a shit, I pick it up and throw it at the nearest window.
At the nearest taxi. Fuck New York
Cop
taxis.
that. Open window. Cop that.
Jesus.
Cop that. Oh,
There we go, lads.
top notch. One of the last videos we're gonna show is this monkey with an AK-47. One of my favorite videos. It's pretty old.
Oh, this.
Hey, I remember
Look at all the
this.
guys. They're like, oh shit. Oh, what a weapon time to lag. That is phenomenal, bro.
Actually,
Oh, there we go.
That's hilarious.
Wakanda forever!
Everyone books it. That is so funny. And he's like,
Lifts his hands up like he's had a victory.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
Planet of the Apes, my man.
Top dog.
That's how it starts, bro. Simian takeover.
I actually read not that long ago that apes were going through their stone age,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
I think if apes, like, what do you think humans would do if apes became, like, smarter and smarter? And, like, especially, like, think this, if they were able to generate fire.
I'd say if the
I
apes
think we'll go
became
to war
smarter
with
and
them.
smarter, we'd try to control them.
Yeah.
Definitely try to control them.
Easily.
Option.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll
but
be
no, but
Planet
then
of the Apes.
Certainly try to
I
control
think
them.
there's
And
more
then
options,
the apes will
but-
probably be like, hey, this ain't it, chief.
Depending on their mental capacity, I'd say we would try and
Trick them.
no. I'd say we try
Into drowning
I'd say we try
themselves.
and nurture their brain because we are essentially witnessing how we started. So I wouldn't say that we would be. I'd say that they'd take them in and they would just study the shit out of them and see.
Like Caesar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
James
pretty well.
Franco?
except controlled. Like Planet of the Apes won't happen because we were missing the factor where they released their fucking gas and the entire human population dies
This is
and
true.
also turns into fucking mutants and goes underground. But that's a whole other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forget about that.
Also, the apes could get really smart at a rapid pace. Like we're
Yeah.
talking.
Smarter than us, especially if they came in contact with our technology.
Like we're talking probably we're gonna have to. We're gonna really need another 500,000 years, probably minimum,
Yeah.
for apes to get to a point where we would take advantage of them or bring them
I don't
into
even
a
think-
science lab and do like baby-like exercises where they put shapes in
Yeah.
and start problem solving.
Well, in my opinion, I don't think it would even be that long because if you think about it, if we train apes, would no one ever train us when we were going through this stage? But if we trained apes and then they trained each other and taught each other these skills, like, wouldn't they?
It's just different.
I don't reckon it'll come down to us teaching them anything. Because it'll get to the point where the government will be
That's
like, wait, are we... No, because there'll be people within the government, you'll have politicians that'll be like, is this technically illegal to cage these people? Like slavery. If they get to the point of smartness where they're similar to us, you'll have people that'll stand up for their rights going, they may as well have human rights.
I
Because
don't-
they're as smart as us.
I wouldn't-
There will always
not gonna
be
cage
different- There'll always be different species. So that's the thing. Like, there'll
Oh,
always
but-
be a different species, no matter their like mental capacity.
You'll have
Unless
someone.
they
You'll have
start to-
someone that'll stand up for their rights.
Of
though,
course.
and go,
Oh, yeah,
like Bernie
there'll
Sanders,
always be
but
one
fuck,
person.
Like, who cares about Bernie Sanders?
Look, like it's a double-edged
There's
blade
a
with
lot-
that
there's
whole.
there's so many variables.
I like.
Too many
I
I think
variables
we'll
here.
just trick them
look.
into
I
drowning themselves.
I support
We'll just
like
kill them.
animals in zoos
Can
and
monkeys swim?
yeah, like I think keeping animals in zoos and shit is important because you will always have a animal there. Like for example, the tigers are probably going to die out with just how shitty we are as people. So it's
Yeah.
good that we have some in captivity. And with cloning coming along, being able to replicate stem cells, like I read not too long ago that we now have like the koala genome on deck. Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I read it recently that they fully decoded like the koala genome so they can create one when they have the technology.
Damn.
So the koala could probably never die. Which is good.
Yeah.
Good. Like we want to. I reckon we should support like cloning because the cases like that giant tortoise. If we can clone its genome, we can make it a mate. Like maybe
Make it a mate.
yeah, like a
So
male.
Australia.
Just change it some like the genetic code. So what is it again? Like when it's developing, just remove the thing so it becomes male. Remember, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like the chromosome kind of thing.
Yeah, the
And-
chromosomes.
And yeah, like
The
I
X and
reckon
Y.
that depending on where the animal is, how it is housed, etc., you know, if it's in a fucking tight as fuck cage, of course I'm gonna say, what are you doing? Like at least build it a giant habitat
But-
to explore.
In a way, I kind of support like farm
Yeah,
breeding
yeah.
because there's been heaps of different evidence that it's so helpful, especially with fish. Like when they farm breed fish and then release them all, they just keep breeding at like
Yeah.
not as rapid pace, but still at a rapid pace, and they've bring back so many fish that were on the brink of extinction.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's true.
and that's just because of how crazy how little there's like for the fishing policies and stuff like that. They literally like have these huge nets that go kilometers wide, touch the bottom of the seafloor, pick everything up, turtles, dolphins, everything that's in the nets, and then they pull them up. And most of the time they just drop the nets. They just cut the nets off after they get the fish, and then keep the nets in there. It rips up all the coral, everything. It ruins the seabed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic, and that's what I mean by like animals are in good hands when they're in captivity, because like it's all good to say you want to release the tigers, but I always think it's a bit when you're releasing the tigers back to just people that are going to murk them for their skin and disease and
we got like the two sides of the coin. You got all the people that are keeping them in captivity, keeping them safe, and then you got the other side that are literally just like destroying all the work that people in captivity are doing, like like fish farming. There's all these people doing all this good work to keep all these populations of fish alive, because there's retards out there that aren't treating them properly or like over harvesting them.
yeah.
It's like it's just an infinite cycle.
It's crazy, but like I kind of, for like the environmental reasons, I think veganism is good. It's kind of off topic, but like not really, because
I'm a vegan.
if you think, like, I read that 1 cow a day produces more bad, I forgot what it's called, it's like carbon dioxide
Methane.
into the environment than 400 litres of petrol being burned.
Yeah. That reminds me of
Which is
isn't
crazy.
that cows contribute to global warming?
Yeah.
And they fart.
More-
the methane
more-
goes up in the atmosphere.
More than
Lethal
more
fart.
than cars do.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
So there's a
real
problem.
shit.
well, if you
Just kill
think
the
about
cows.
it, how many litres of fuel do you go through a week?
Too much.
Oh, yeah.
Too much.
Very,
I
I'll
doubt
cry
it
if you
would
make me
be-
tell me.
I doubt it would be over 100. And in one day, a cow produces the same carbon dioxide as 400 litres of petrol being burned.
Holy fuck.
Jesus. If we can convert
So if
cow
we don't
farts
kill these,
into petrol, that would be sweet.
Nah, just
There's
electric
no
electric
way.
cars are the way to go.
yeah.
Tesla inbound.
I saw
Yeah.
an electric BMW this morning actually driving to university.
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah, that's
It looked
excellent.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Shit.
Is that the IA?
Yeah.
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 BMW
Well,
IA.
Yeah, but I don't know if we've
I-
spoken about it on the podcast before, but they used to use alcohol as petrol for cars.
The Rockefeller.
Yeah, the Rockefeller, like the family.
Well, yeah.
Huh.
So, fuck, what's his name? One of the
John?
main Rockefellers, I forgot his
John?
name. John, yeah, I think.
I think it's John.
John
I'm not
Rockefeller.
too sure. Don't quote me on that, fellas.
But
Okay,
you guys can look it
Rockefeller.
up. Yeah, so they basically legalized using alcohol as petrol, but using alcohol as petrol is more like economically friendly than
Yeah.
petroleum or diesel, and we can make alcohol from anything, like fermenting like apples, which is
You
crazy.
can pop open the tank and have a drink too, bro.
True.
If it's clean. Yeah, I'm thirsty.
But I was actually reading before the podcast started that a city in I think it's Africa. Yeah, a city in Africa were considering lifting the ban on big game hunting
Don't
Like,
do
oh,
that.
What?
of elephants.
Don't do
but
that.
using the elephants as dog food.
Huh?
Or pet food. Killing the
fuck
elephant.
them.
Yeah.
Cunts. Aren't they already endangered?
This is in Africa as
Well,
well.
yeah.
Which is
Aren't-
crazy.
weren't they put on the endangered index recently?
Quite a lot of the breeds of elephants, yeah.
That's bullshit. Are you fucking? That's
They mainly
backwards
get 'em for
thinking
the
at its
tusks.
finest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They usually get them for the
For
tusks.
everything,
because,
and
yeah.
they use everything. Elephants are so valuable.
But in this article, it's on ABC. It talks about in southern Africa they have around 130,000 elephants, which is a fair bit.
But it's not enough.
But in that one area, I agree, it's not enough. But they're thinking that like, oh, we have like a higher percentage of elephants, may as well kill them now. Like, what
Oh,
kind
for
of,
fuck
what
no.
kind of stupid?
And we'll get
like-
them back down, and then
This is
fucking
why-
like-
It's a vicious cycle.
This is why I support cloning. Honestly, this is why I support DNA
I don't,
studies.
yeah, I don't know enough about cloning to vouch for it.
I think we're caught away there from what I've scarcely seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like freaking Barbra Streisand cloning her dog.
Yeah. I mean, dogs would probably be the like the easiest because you've always got them on deck. Like
Yeah.
and I don't know what they would test. Like it'd be tricky because you're not allowed to. Well, it's frowned upon to test on animals. But I don't. It wouldn't involve that because it's like harmful testing.
Yeah.
I'd just say you'd get a blood sample and that'd be it.
Yeah. But I think if your pet just dies, I think you can still clone it.
Oh, as long as you have the body and a DNA sample, it's game.
Like,
Like-
It's
you
all
don't
game.
specifically need blood either. You can get like bone marrow
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, like anything of the body.
Fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fur.
The
piece of
one-
hair.
Yeah.
DNA's nearly in everything.
Yeah.
So
Pretty crazy.
you could
Everything
get
we have is
saliva.
DNA.
Like if
Yeah.
you lost the body, give him the dog bowl that he ate from.
True.
Mm.
They could scrape it. And
Yeah.
Semen, fucking anything really. Hey.
Weird example, but okay.
Fuck yeah, Greg. Oh, you semen as an example off the bat.
Look, man.
First example.
What's on your mind today, Greg?
A lot.
Semen, cock,
Sex today. All right.
like you get
Sodomite
pubic
just,
hairs.
Well, yeah, pubic hairs, any type of
It's
hair.
true. Any type of hair, really.
Toenail. Hairs on your legs.
All right.
pubic
On that
hairs.
note, I think we're gonna end it.
I reckon.
Hell yeah.
I think that
End it
this
on
is
a
getting
high
too
note.
weird for me, bro.
End it
We're
on
gonna
a high
talk
note.
to Greg, so we'll end the podcast. We're just gonna talk to him about what
Yeah,
he was
we'll
talking
sit
about
him
there.
down
Please
and-
help me.
Greg's asking for some help now. All right. Thank you all for listening. We hope
Yes,
you
thank you.
enjoyed our new segments. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and you can tell us what you thought about the segments, as well as YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, as I said before, you can watch all the videos that we watched, the 3 of them in our viral last video segment, all on YouTube. But yeah, I think that's us. Thank you
Sweet.
for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Tune in next time.
Yep.
Later,
See ya.
guys. Peace.
Peace.